Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Vex, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to create a very simple Discord bot in TypeScript using deno. Right. To get started, we're going to be using a library that I'm working on called Velocity. I'm creating it with a friend called Blow2. Written in TypeScript, round up, no third-party module used. It's pretty straightforward. So let's get started. Let's create a workspace. I've gone ahead and already done this. I just created a file, or a folder, sorry, not a file. And now I'm going to open up my text editor, which is going to be Visual Studio Code. I'm going to create a new file, and I'm just going to call it my index.ts. Actually, I'm going to call it bot.ts. I'm also going to create another file called config.ts, and in here I'm just going to put export token equal to, and you put const to declare a variable. Now we can get our token for our Discord bot by navigating over to discord.com/developers and going to an application, creating a new application, then going down to bot and hit set up bot account. We can then click copy token. Now that we've done that, try not to share your token with anyone. Like in this video, you're going to see it, but it's going to be changed anyway, so I mean, if you really want, you can sit here and try copying that token, but I'm going to tell you now, not going to work. Now that we've done that, we actually need to import the library. So if we actually head over to my GitHub, or the GitHub repo, in our documentation, in our quick start, you can see we've actually got, the first line is what we need. There's actually one more thing that I forgot to do, and we're going to need to set up our linter, and I've already got the linter installed. I'll show you how to install in a second. I'm just going to call it create a file called settings.json, and inside of here I'm just going to put in deno.enable, and I'm going to set that to true. Now you want to go to the marketplace and you just want to search up deno, and it should be like the first result. So this is going to get rid of all the traditional like TypeScript errors that you would have, like you can't have a .ts and all that. Just ignore this, it's because we haven't actually used it yet. So let's start off by actually importing our token as well. So import token. And in here we can just type in config. Why is our config coming up? Oh, doesn't matter. Config.ts. Okay. And now that that's here, let's actually declare a new client. So I'm just going to go let client, I'm going to lowercase the c. I'm going to equal that to a new client. Why is this? And in here, I'm just going to pass token. Now that we've got that, I'm going to actually start our client, so we can use the .start attribute, and I'm going to restart Visual Studio Code because just ignore this error. It's because we actually haven't run the script yet, so it's just saying we can't find this module, but it will download as soon as we run the program or the process file, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, I'd really just call it whatever. I'm going to get that ready. The ready event, and in the ready event we don't need to pass anything through, so we can just leave an empty, like, you know, like nothing's going to be passed through, so we don't have to look for anything. And in here we can just do console.log connected to the gateway. Now we can do the same down here. We can create another client.on, and we're going to listen for the message event, so we can see when a message is fired or created, you know, whatever you want to call it. There's going to have to be asynchronous, and in here I'm going to pass in message, and I'm going to give it the data the type of message. So it's an object that we've created in our library, just to make things easier for you. Now that we've got this, we can actually do like, let's declare a prefix up here. So let's go let prefix equal here, and inside of here we can just go if message dot author.bot. We can just go return because we don't want to listen. We don't want to respond to bots. We can go in here and just go if message dot. Oops. Message dot content starts with prefix. We can just do the same thing here. Now we can go if message dot content dot starts with prefix plus, oops, that's not the plus, ping. We can go underneath here and we can type await message dot channel dot send, and inside of here we can go pong ping underscore pong new line. My ping is and we can just do client dot ping. Alright, now that we've done that, let's actually start our bot. So navigating back to our terminal, we want to type deno run --allow -net, and then we need to pass another flag --allow -read. Now this is going to give it's going to give it elevated privileges to connect to the WebSocket server because it needs to use the network, and also read because we're going to be reading from different files and importing. We're going to be doing lazy importing. Well, the library will be doing lazy importing. You don't need to worry about that. And then we can just tell our file name, which is bot.ts. So you can see it's going to download a bunch of stuff. It won't look like this each time. Everything will get cached nice and easily, connected to the gateway. You can see events are already being fired. Like guild create is being fired for some reason. Don't know why. Anyway, now that that's going, let's go in here and let's type in ping. So as you can see, downloading. You know, the first time it's going to take a while because it actually had to download that file. But as you can see, the ping is 221 milliseconds. That's from me to Australia. Oh, I said that wrong. From Australia to Los Angeles, it sounds about right anyway. So as you can see, there's tons of events being fired. You can actually change the logs levelings. I had a stroke while saying that. By looking through the deno manual, and you can like hide all these. We actually can't control these. You have to control that yourself. It's just a deno thing telling you what's going on. So yeah. We've done that. Now we can also, if we go back to the documentation, there's actually a couple of things we can do. It says here we can pass an object through here, or we can use the embed structure. Now if we go to our mod.ts file, we can actually see a couple of things that have been exported for us. So we can import embed. Now embed's pretty cool. Let's create an embed for our command. I reckon we should do an embed. So I'm just going to comment out this. I'm just going to hit yes for this because it's just IntelliSense, and it's going to look for like files through here, and you can see where it's actually saved it to. So I'm going to go let emb equal new embed. I'm going to go emb dot. I'm going to go color, and now this is actually a setter, so it's not a function, and we can just go here and we can just type in hex color, and we can choose a hex. I'm going to go for blue color. I'm just going to copy this, and we can change it to a hexadecimal by just adding 0x in front of the actual hex code, and this will convert it to a hexadecimal. So it'll be treated as like a. We can go emb, and then we can go title. And that's going to be a string, so we can just use this, and we can go pong ping underscore pong for the emoji, and then we can go im description is equal to, we use the backtick so we can use functions inside of it, and I'm going to go client dot ping, and under put ms. I'm going to put latency, Now let's actually send that message. So we can go await message.channel.send and we can type in emb.build. Yeah, so it's just a getter. Just have to double check. We can remove that up here and sweet. Now if we go back to our console, we can, Control C to get out of it, and we can just run it again. So you can see it's not going to download a bunch of files because they've already been cached and downloaded. And now if we go back to Discord, we can type in ping, and you can see it's now in an embed with the color blue, Pong, and then the latency. There's also one more thing that I want to show you. Now, it mightn't sound like much, but it's to help give you like inspiration. So we can go message.content.starts with prefix plus delete, and in here we can just go message.delete and then type in dot then we can go like, actually need to await this, sorry, my bad, await message.delete, and inside of here we can go let x equals message.channel.send message deleted, and we need to await this too, and this will have to be asynchronous. And now that we've done that, we can just go like a set timeout for like a second, so we can just go here. This will have to be another asynchronous, and inside of here we can just go like 3-second timeout, and then we can go x dot delete. Now if we go back to our console, we can just restart our bot again, and we can go back to Discord, and we can type in delete, message deleted, and there you go, as you can see it deleted. So that's just a basic overview of how our library works. There is much more that you can do with the library, not a lot, but it is going to be updated a lot. It's still in very early development, but it is actually in a state that's usable. Thanks for watching, and I will make another episode later on of our library and, some of the other cool stuff that we can do with it. We do plan to implement, like audio stuff and all that. We also do have a minimal version if you're like interested in checking it out. If you go to our Teams page, you can go to velocity-light, and this is the lighter version of our library. So if you just want, something really small without too much, like, I suppose you could call it, sugar features, like, the embed builder and stuff like that. Which basically this light version only contains the message event and the ready event, and that's it. And it's got the message type, like, this is literally just all it contains, is just these two things, because it was just made for the sole purpose of, a very minimal, like, you don't need a whole library if you're creating very like a small application, which this is expandable. Like, we've made this so you can expand on it and do your own things with it too as well. So that's pretty cool. Alright, thanks for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down, and make sure you comment why. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!